Putin is seeking a show of unity, and he is getting just that. The two leaders are meeting right now in Beijing. And according to Chinese state media, Xi said that China is ready to work together with Russia to achieve development and rejuvenation. The Russian president is back in China for a state visit. It is his first overseas visit in his new six-year term, and he last visited China in October 2023. You see his red carpet welcome on the tarmac. That took place earlier, welcomed by a Chinese delegation there, but Chinese President Xi Jinping was not there earlier on the tarmac. And today, a busy program in Beijing. Putin and Xi, again, right now they're having talks in the Great Hall of the People in Beijing. They're discussing regional issues, as well as Ukraine and the Middle East. And then later today in Beijing, there'll be a ceremony to sign joint documents. There'll be a state reception and also a gala concert to mark 75 years of diplomatic ties. And then tomorrow, Putin will go to the northeastern Chinese city of Harbin for a visit. Now, ahead of the state visit, Putin celebrated the relationship in an interview with state-run media. Let's bring it up for you. This is what he told Xinhua, saying this, quote, "Today, Russia-China relations have reached the highest level ever, and despite the difficult global situation, continue to get stronger," unquote. Relations have grown stronger as the U.S. and its allies impose sanctions against both countries, in particular Russia, after it invaded Ukraine. In fact, and let's bring up the graphic for you, trade between Russia and China has absolutely surged. In fact, if you look at the graphic, it reached an all-time high last year of around $240 billion as Russia gobbled up Chinese commodities, like vehicle parts, machinery, semiconductors. And China bought discounted Russian fuel, namely crude oil. But China has been coming under rising pressure from the U.S. and Europe to make sure that its exports are not supporting the Russian war machine. In fact, last month in China, when he was visiting, the U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken warned Chinese officials that the U.S. and other countries would act if Beijing doesn't move to curb the flow of those products. And there are signs that China may be doing just that. In fact, according to Chinese customs data, China's monthly exports to Russia fell in both March and April compared to last year. And keep in mind, the Chinese economy is wobbly. China is working really hard on its economic recovery. So despite that no limits relationship, China may very well put its own interests first. Kim.
All right, Kristie Lu Stout in Hong Kong, thank you so much.